Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Explain America. I'm Carmine Sabia. Thank you for joining us once again. Please, if you're new here, or even if you're not new here, got to remember to like, comment, and share because it really helps us out, helps our channel to grow, beat the mainstream media bias, beat the social media algorithms, all that horrible stuff that they do to us. You guys are our only defense against that stuff. So please do that for us. And if you are on Rumble or YouTube, please make sure you subscribe because that is also a very big deal to us. We appreciate it. We thank you so much. Now, Ohio Republican Jim Jordan, he's getting ready to fight. He's getting ready to fight one Nancy Pelosi and her January 6th committee. See, Jim Jordan was on Fox News and he kind of laid out exactly what's happening here. And what he said was, and I think it bears noting, 11 American citizens petitioned to get a permit to protest on January 6th at the Capitol. They received that permit, and now they're being subpoenaed. And the riot happened, and the people involved in the riot, yeah, they should have to answer for that, but the people who organized the protest were just exercising their First Amendment rights. That's what Jim Jordan is saying. And I think it's very important to differentiate the two things because a lot of people went there to protest and didn't get involved in the riot. The mainstream media will have you believe that everybody involved in the protest was at the riot. It was a very small fraction of people that were involved in a riot that day. And that's the case for most protests that turn into riots. It's always a very small fraction of people, but they're the ones that get the news, whether it be a riot over a police incident or the January 6th incident at the Capitol. It's always a very small fraction of people that get the mainstream press because that's what sells, right? So Jordan says they also subpoenaed him. And he said, in his job, it's very common for him to talk to the president. So why would they want to talk to Jim Jordan? Well, he didn't say this, but the likely scenario is you attach Jim Jordan to that, you sully his name. It's called the wraparound smear. In fact, Nancy Pelosi described it. You can Google it. It's called a wraparound smear. And so you tie somebody's name to something long enough, people associate them with that. Like, for instance, when they kept saying, President Donald Trump, do you denounce white supremacists? Do you denounce white supremacy? Do you denounce white supremacy and white supremacists and David Duke and all that stuff? And he'd denounce it and denounce it and denounce it and denounce it. But that's the wrong tack to take. The tack to start taking is saying, stop asking me the question because they're trying to attach you to that thing. They don't care what the answer is. The thing is, the more times they say your name in the same sentence with something as white supremacy or racism, they're tying you to that. It's a psychological trick. That's all it is. So Jordan says, he's ready to fight when Republicans take over the House. This nonsense is going to stop. And he's going to bring the January 6th committee, hopefully, to its knees. And I think it's about time. Do you think it's just a coincidence that the January 6th committee is holding another primetime hearing just before the midterm elections? Do you think that's not politically motivated? Do you think that timing of that is not a major deal? And they know they're not going to change their minds of Republicans, and they're not going to change the minds of Democrats. The target is independence. So he says it's very politicized. I agree with him. And, if you guys agree with him, please leave that in the comments. If you disagree with him, you can leave that in the comments as well. But we would love to know what you think about it. Folks, I want to thank you so much for joining us here at Explain America today. Again, I'm Carmine Sabia. Please make sure to like, comment, share, and if you're on YouTube or Rumble, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. We're here every night around the same time, so please make sure you check us out every single day where we're going to break down stories that the mainstream media is not giving enough attention to or not explaining in detail enough. That's what we do here. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care.